they actually have a new perspective that they're a little drop in this big ocean, but they have still the power to steer the boat.
Out on the water, saw the Turner, and I just decided she was the most beautiful, coolest thing that I had ever seen.
You're in like one of the most insane and beautiful and like tricky marine waterways, I think, in the States, and on a really cool boat. So I just love doing nothing but spending a day out here.
The first experience was just amazing.
We get to see students from all over this area, and sometimes they've never been on the bay before, even if they've grown up right here. So getting them connected to the water here, I think, is so important.
Being on the boat is not something they can do every day. This is amazing opportunity for them to experience something extraordinary.
Put the effort and try your best. Put yourself out there and connect with it. It's awesome. Yeah.
Everyone has something that they can contribute and teach and help everyone else learn from.
Showing people how you fix your location without something like GPS, using landmarks and hand-bearing compasses. And it's a whole bunch of very important things for how humanity has functioned for a super long time that we take for granted.
When we were sailing, they recognized landmarks like Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, Angel Island. It makes a bigger connection to our land.
We try to bring awareness to the issues that are in the bay right now. So when we do our manta trawl, we're talking about plastics in the ocean. We have a whole lesson focused on ocean acidification. We also talk to almost every group that comes on board about plankton and about the very base of our food chains.
It was amazing because when the sunbeam hit, I felt more calm.
The first thing they said, oh, I get motion sickness, I get seasick, or no, it's too dangerous, and I'm afraid. And then we have students who have learning disabilities and attention issues. At the very end, when we go back to school, they're like, thank you, Ms. Lay, for pushing me. Thank you for making me calm.
And being willing to break out of that mold and engage with kids on an individual basis, I've walked away knowing that I've impacted kids for the better, knowing that they might not be super interested in being sailors and becoming boat people, but that they had a positive experience in what they thought was a negative space.
They have their own challenges, and overcoming that, stepping out of that world you mentioned, that's a big challenge.
And what would you say is a challenge you overcame this week?
Sleeping and not doing it. It's very hard to get used to rocking back and forth and being on a boat.
Being wobbly.
Being wobbly, pretty wobbly.
You're working with your hands, no gloves. Now I have some calluses, but for the first couple weeks after, doing 2 sails in a day, your hands are just torn.
That it encouraged me to keep looking for things that were new and challenging and maybe felt a little different or scary.
We're trying to inspire people. I think one of the most impactful ways to do that is just to bring people out onto the bay and expose them to this environment.
So, and these things, right, we don't get to see this in the classroom. And that's such a crucial part of education, to be able to experience something real, something outside, and also this bonding, right? This is such a team building activity. It's irreplaceable, really.